Today we're going to do an installation on a mini split. It's our first Aurora cold climate heat pump 1 ton. So we're going to show you guys that installation today and show you a little bit this morning of a little behind the scenes of us starting our job here. We're going to film it. It's our first Aurora unit. Look how small it is. It's tiny. It's all the way down here. Our indoor head, little 1 ton with our stand. What's this?
Special gift for you.
Come with gifts. Nice. And later this week, we're going to do our first R32 Daikin Fit heat pump. Dual fuel system. And Chris didn't wash his truck, as you can see. Very disappointed. Look at all this mud. Look at all this. No, that's the Cybertruck getting work done. Show you guys our trailer real quick. The Cybertruck set up, some tools, some drinks. Here we go. Got our job loaded, line set hide. Look at that little baby unit, all of our pack outs. Nice, we're gonna go swap some tanks. We gotta get some nitro, oxyacetylene. Sweet. All right, we're on our way. We're trying a new format. We're in 4K 60 frames. We're gonna see if we can up the video quality. We're gonna close our tonneau. You can see behind us here. Tonneau engaged. All right, guys, we got the enclosed trailer, 7,000 pound trailer with us today. Full shop, mobile shop activated. We're gonna head to the supply house, Win Air here in Fort Collins, and get some supplies that we need for our job today. Only supports one screen when you're on 4K 60 frames. All right, we are at Win Air. Win Air. Getting some stuff, getting our tanks, getting some supplies.
Did you guys get everything else up in front?
Yeah, we should have.
Yep. Getting a big nitro tank. Dangerous. Oh god. Oh gosh. Scary. Travel safely. Strap it down. Alright guys, we'll see you at the job where we're going to start our mini split install. Just wanted to show you guys a little bit of each place that we stop at. And this is Win Air in Fort Collins. Shout out. Been the best supply house, I'd say, that we use here in northern Colorado. Alright guys, we'll see you at the job. Short little drive to the job, and we're gonna get started. Sweet. Alright guys, we're getting started. We're gonna go right over the top of this old Chamberlain by Williams console heater. Kind of stuff we see a lot in the mountains, but this one's natural gas. Oldie but a good. Look how much the pilot light is creating heat. Feel all that heat. Just the pilot light. Is there water?
There was water in the toilet. There we go.
Ooh, fancy. Look at this toilet, guys. Corner fitting, isn't that neat? These guys are getting started out here. So we're putting the stand together. This thing's gonna hold the outdoor unit. Got our fancy Milwaukees here, and we keep all, just kind of roll them all out. It's got our install stuff, recovery, all the tools we need. And Ayla's gonna put our stand together. This is Python. Let me talk to you about this for a second. Okay, so this is Python refrigerant lines. These ones are made with aluminum core, very soft and light. See how light that is? And we can cut that to any length that we want. There's no brazing. So we're going to show you guys how to cut these and connect these without brazing at all. This is our Aurora unit. It's a cute little thing. And it is a cold climate rated down to -22 cold climate unit. So we're going to have that up on the stand that Miss Ayla's putting together for us. This is where we're going to install the outdoor unit. Excuse me, I'm still battling this cold. This is where our outdoor unit's going to sit right here on the stand. So already got our electrical here.
Covers.
All right. Here is those fittings for the Python line set. So this is the stuff you don't have to braze. Look at the size of this one. Jeez. Say that's 7/8. And we got a bunch of different ones, and these are the tools you use to prep the lines. So we'll show that. And then this is flare tight, which gives you a connection between the flare fittings versus using the included. Actually, there's nothing included, I should say. So this is like an add-on to help, because you normally just shove the copper to the copper right onto the end of this fitting. And these little, I don't know what these are made out of. Does it say? Not sure, but they kind of help keep things sealed. We may or may not use those. We really don't have problems. We know a trick to keeping these things sealed. This is our indoor unit. We got a bracket on the back of this that we take off. Let me see if I can show you that bracket. Yep, it's in here. Here's our bracket. So that bracket will fit up on the wall here. We're gonna locate where the studs are, and then we're gonna figure out our height outside as well. So we're gonna punch a hole through here, run the line set along the back, and then down into the unit outside. What do you think, Ayla? Do you want a measurement for the feet?
18.5, dead on right there.
Perfect. Okay, so that's what the feet of the unit is?
Yeah, 18.5.
Okay, but see, your distance here is pretty short compared to this one. So measure from this.
Should be my center.
Yep, so that's your center. There you go. Then 9 1/4 the other way. So there's your quarter. Yeah, that's close enough, and we can fine tune it. Now we'll see what Chris is getting the pavers set up. Nice. Get this leveled out. We could use a big pad, but we find that pavers are nicer and the customers can cover it with landscaping. Some of the pads are just massive and they just are bulky. All right, getting it all leveled out, pushing the pavers back so we'll maximize the walking space so the customer can get around the backside there. Let's go see what Cooper's up to. Prepping out his bracket, looking for a place to put a pilot hole through so we can check. Looking for studs. All right, they're setting the unit.
Perfect.
Getting that unit set up.
It's a little. There we go.
Yeah, and we could bring it forward so that we have more room to work.
Okay.
So that our line set has some room to move up. You could put it forward on the bracket. Yep.
It's the heavy side.
Yeah, that side's got the compressor. Yeah, something like that. So we got our center marked. We got our location of the line sets. They're gonna come out right here. We got that measurement. And now we're gonna do our little pilot hole just to see where we land outside and make sure we don't run into anything. Siding. Pull it back out and see. Now push in and see if it sounds like metal or something when you just hit it. Does it feel spongy? That's just you're trying to go through some siding. Ah, there it went. I'm gonna go look outside. We're gonna go see where that location came out. Squeezing.
Holy, I'm slacking. You already got the whole thing on the stand.
We're ready.
I'm waiting on my set.
What is going on? We are landing in a perfect spot.
Oh, that's great.
Guys, so we have our main power coming in over here on this side. I'll give you a view of that. 2 ports for electrical and comm wire for the indoor unit. Take this off to access our power from the house, and then our indoor unit. They give you this little panel here too that you can remove. So we'll take all those off and get ready to start running our line set hide. Okay, so Cooper's got this smart idea to actually hang the bracket to triple check his measurements. They give you a spot to put your tape measure.
That looks right.
All right.
And I am on top of that guy. Put my 2 holes.
And since we had a stud so close, we drilled another pilot hole to make sure that we weren't going to hit the stud, and we verified that with the dimension given here on the actual unit when it's placed on the bracket. We're going to now do a hole. What size are we doing?
2 9/16.
2 9/16.
I want a slightly angled downward.
Yeah, a little bit of down for the drain. Back outside. And then come in at that downslope angle. So start your hole first and then switch your angle. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was the wrong spot too.
It's too much.
Thought it was this hole. Are we good? Can you see through it? All right.
I can see.
All right.
I can see light.
We like to have a little bit of fun here. Okay, so we're prepping to take all the tape off. It comes with a bunch of blue tape on it. Take the face off. Then we'll hang it up on this bracket. We got the bracket secured. Let me go see how Chris is doing real quick. So we took the case off of this and we've got it hung. We pulled the line set out, straight out, and pushed it through our hole, the drain and the line set. So there's a couple different ways you could do this. You could either have it back here in this channel and then come in from this side if you wanted, and then do your connection here. We prefer when the wall is not too thick to just bend the line set straight out, go out the wall, and you can see where brackets are lining up perfectly. There's a couple screws that'll really hold it tight. And then we have to run an electrical wire through here, which will be our comm wire. It'll feed up and end up here, giving it power and communication to the outdoor unit. All right, well, Cooper is wiring in the comm wire. It's got a little bit of a, I guess, what would you call it, like a bracket for support. Run the wire through the back wall, up through it, and then we'll cut and make our connections. Okay, Miss Ayla's doing the mark to cut the next line set height. She's using a speed square to get it nice and straight. Nice. And this is her first time with a bandsaw. So everybody stand back. Do you have eye protection?
No.
Here. It's going to want to run to the back of the unit. See how that, yeah, that back plate will hold you because it's going to pull everything back.
This is hard, man.
It's awkward. There you go.
I'm terrible.
No, you're perfect. Then just flip it over.
It's all crooked.
Remember to the back. Yep, there you go. You got it. Your first time, it doesn't matter. Look at that.
Kinda crooked, man.
No, it's fine. Cut your
do
next
it.
piece.
All right, guys, we're around the corner. I'll show you what we got so far. Whoa. We're just getting all this line set, hide, prefabbed around the corner. Then we'll just come down. We need to find a way to hook these microphones up.
When I put these on, all I hear is "Hold me now," Dad Rock.
I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking.
It is
Nice.
something.
Nice.
What's that quote? I don't remember. It's decent work or something.
Don't cut that one.
I've been labeling.
Oh, label a smart.
1, 2, 3, so we don't lose which ones they are. And then these are just spare.
See, Cooper, she's already teaching you stuff.
For real.
Had you been here how long?
What?
we are getting ready to run this Python. And this is that aluminum type of core, really light line set. You can see they're over here running it. They got, oh, that's smart. Put a coupling together to kind of hold it in place. I'm gonna put some anti-kinkers inside here. So the mini split itself comes with an anti-kinking spring, if you will, but it doesn't go all the way out. So
I might need to press it.
you once you get to here, you could end up kinking those lines once you bend them. So we'll show you guys how we do these. Okay, so we just shoved that line in there. Cooper, I'm getting it right in your face.
It's all good.
You need a crescent wrench for the other one, probably.
Yeah, I might.
So then you can safely bend it. And you don't have to worry about kinking the line set. Perfect. All right, so we just shoved the kinker in there. Anti-kinker. Try not to get any scrapes of plastic in there, but then you can safely bend. See how he's got a nice turn. Yeah, perfect.
Right here on that outhouse, it's like a little, and they're at it.
So we're not sure what just happened, but we heard about 5 or 6 gunshots going off, and we got sheriff and undercover over here. Who knows? Like I said, crazy world out here. This the town I grew up in, city of Fort Collins too, and can't really see anything going on between these bushes and the trees, but wow. I hope everybody's okay. Okay, back to work. A little scary, but okay, here we go. We are setting the torque settings. There's always got to be some background noise going on. And what we do is we look for the torque settings in the manual here. It's saying for our liquid side quarter inch, we should be at 14.2 to 17.2 Newton meters. And we're gonna go ahead and tighten up this Python fitting. Now, we didn't get to show you guys this connection, but I'll show you the next one. A little more. All right, we got our Nitpex German engineered adjustable crescent wrenches. And I'm gonna go to this side so I can see your torque.
So super close. There we go. That'll be plenty.
All right, there we go. We're getting little movements out of it.
There we go.
Now we're getting something, okay. And then let's go up more on the next one.
Okay.
Tighten that one. There's your 14. We can go up to 17.2, so I'll help you adjust it. 17. There we go. Newton meters. Yep. All right, this will be our last tighten down. There it is. That should hold.
17.1.
Yep. And that's how you do the torque wrench, and then we'll show you guys how we insert this Python fitting. So here's a tool. Pick your
different sizes.
Pick your size. You kind of ream it out, and it cleans it, scrapes the end, make sure the opening is large enough. And there's like a little scraping tool that deburrs it. There you go, leaves you a nice. Yeah, okay. Here's the fitting. One side will insert. Has a little locking washer or whatever you want to call that insert piece, and then here's the tricky part. Pushing those two O-rings.
Much easier.
And it wouldn't hurt to lock that in a bit, and then we torque this onto our mini split, and then we final tighten with that, because we can't really turn this very well when it's locked tight here. So torque rating on this one for Newton, 32.7 Newton meters up to 39.9.
32 to 39.
Yeah, so we'll set this.
32 to start.
Yeah, I'll start a little higher. 30, 35, up to 39.9. Keep going. 25, 30. Okay. Then here's the trick, guys. You gotta loosen these and tighten them 3 times.
Just fell into a
Oh,
hole.
he just almost fell off his ladder. We got back up now. Let's go up to 39 once you get that. There we go. 38.5 will be just a little under. But we like the 3 times seems to smash that little compression washer. Now we're gonna shaky tight this till that comes all the way tight, and then we'll do this on the outdoor unit as well, and then we'll do a high pressure 450 psi nitrogen test, and we'll bubble these. We always bubble even even with the test. So there's Cooper's putting our drain tube in. We put our elbow on so that it would kind of help hold this together. And now we're going to bend this line set around this 90. You see how both line sets are insulated. That's what you want for a heat pump. This stuff's really forgiving on the bending, so we're in good shape. Nice. There we go. Cool. And then I have the 3 screws there. We'll put the 90 on, and that helps us kind of hold it. Nice. And we'll put our elbow on. And that'll secure it all. There we go. Okay, since it's a cold climate heat pump, we're going to add a pan heater. Some people go back and forth with this, but anytime that we operate units down into the -15s and as low as -20, I highly recommend installing a pan heater. Just never know how much ice could build up. And now we're going to tear this entire unit apart, because you basically have to get the pan heater in.
I don't know the Ryobi section, so I'm not sure why it's still not.
Yeah, I thought it would be perfect.
The whole fan removal. Pretty sure I just broke that bucket.
It definitely sounded that way.
It's still falling. Oh God, I'm gonna end up inside of it. Okay, let's not sit there.
Oh, you had to pull the whole fan on this guy.
Yeah. So here's what they have so far. A person is in custody following a shooting near Eudora Park in Fort Collins. A person is in custody after a Larimer County Sheriff's Office said at least 1 deputy was involved in the shooting at the Fort Collins Park on Monday. Monday afternoon, police tapes surrounded multiple areas at Eudora Park. Sheriff did not say if anyone was injured in the shooting. We also don't have any details about what led up.
Did you pull this?
Yeah, so one of the things we run in with these is they don't fit the way they say they're gonna fit. Your plastic connections don't line up. So we end up having to do our HVAC thing.
Let me go get a small screwdriver.
Alright, Chris got it in there. Had to do our own zip tie deal here because they do not fit where the factory says they should. Nice. We're clear. Run the power back to the main power terminal. Nice.
Jumper wire.
Oh, and then we need to cut the J9 jumper wire. Cooper's got our Schrader removal in there. Pulled the Schrader out, so we have no Schrader behind here. This is our 5/16 connection, and we're gonna go to 450 psi. All right, we're gonna link the refrigerant tool. You ready for pressure? Gotta open this.
I hear nothing happening.
Open that up, and then we're gonna turn this knob to test. And we'll watch the pressure here. Let her turn it off now. So you're at 334. Let's go a little further.
Open.
Yep, test. Okay, you're at 4. Right, stop. Okay, 492. You gotta let some out. You got a little out. So turn off that. That's on off. And then we can take this off or crack it. Now slowly open that till you get to about 450. All right, so we've dropped to 449.0. So we better pressure, bubble check everything. Sometimes these you really got to crank on the back side. Let's see what happens here. Okay guys, so we've dropped a bit, so we know we definitely have something going on, and so we use leak detectant bubbles. And I hope you can see this with the sun, but there is the bubbles coming out of there. So we found it on our liquid line. On the flare fitting sides, we're going to give that a tighten up and then check it again. And yeah, it looks like we got a bad seal in there, guys. So we're going to switch over to our Diversitech. So we're going to have to let the pressure out and start over because we've checked the tightening on it twice. So, all right. So this is a Rector Seal product called Flare Tight. But look at, this is what's coming with these pythons. How does that supposed to seal with all these nicks in the sides, all the weird these beveling,
deep grooves. Look at the back of it too. It's got big deep grooves in them.
Yeah, that, I don't know what they're doing, but not cool. So I'll go ahead and put one of those in there. All right, we're gonna pressurize and we'll try again. Looks like we got it fixed. Taking out that old copper one. I don't know if that's copper or brass, but that's sealed up. So we're gonna move on to the next ones and make sure everything's nice. All right, guys, we are getting there. We had a leak here. We're gonna show you guys.
Here, let me see
And now we are holding pressure. We are actually going up in pressure, which has been great. So we had a problem here with the fitting, which I'll show you guys. We've repressurized, re-isolated, and we have gone from 455.0, actually going up. Let me see if I can show you the graph. The graph on this field piece is pretty weak. I don't feel like this really represents much. This isn't very helpful. Make sure I'm not missing any buttons here. Not sure if I can scroll up, I can clear, but yeah, I mean, it's just a line, but it doesn't really give you accurate information like this. So we're doing awesome. This has actually gone up 2 points and it's been holding beautifully. So we're gonna move on to the vacuum and we're gonna show you guys how we vacuum the system. So this is very important though. Very important to bubble test your fittings, especially when using something advanced like Python. It's not just a traditional braze, but it's nice to not have to braze with all the new R32 refrigerant that is mildly flammable. They don't really want us brazing anymore. So this is why we use Python, but in the end, this is actually less expensive than copper. So awesome. We're gonna go ahead and move on. We're still holding the 455.3. All right, guys, we're running the Appion. What is this? Like $1,000 vacuum pump, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think I spent like
TES 8.
TES 8 with oil change, external, plus what is that? Like a little filter on the front. Catch can, I like that better. Got a nice big hose. We've got another Appion. This is the micron atmospheric pressure. What is that? That's like 629,000 microns. Okay, got the timer started. And here we go. We're looking for a number under 500 microns. Holy moly. Of course, that's right against the vacuum pump. So to truly know what that is, we'll have to isolate and check it. That means closing the ball valve on our Schrader removal and then seeing what it raises to. Usually on our other systems, we can put our micron gauge the furthest away, which would be on the top line, and so we would know what it is all the way through the system and back. 400, okay. 300.
So when he gets close, he will shut it off and then it'll suck through, right? To to get the actual reading.
Yeah, because you're reading a deeper vacuum right there.
Then
Right than what's equalized through the system. Yep.
makes a lot of sense.
Yep. So we're at 200, almost 200. And as long as we hold below 500, we're in great shape. All right, releasing the refrigerant. This unit comes up with, I think it was 45 feet of pre-charge. So plenty of pre-charge, so we don't have to add any R32 mildly flammable refrigerant. So making our change over to the new refrigerant.
And while we're at it, we found a lucky feather.
Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna power this. Excuse me, jeez. We're gonna power this unit up with Chris's fingers on the power terminals. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
We're ready, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know if the breaker's on. Probably not. Haven't heard anything yet. All right, let's go find the breaker. All right, we're cleaning up all our pack outs. We'll go find the breaker. Here it is, 15 mini on. Okay, power on.
Brand new stand.
Usually the blade will move. Yep, there it goes. This is our remote for this unit. So the unit's got to warm up before it does. I like that's how that's backlit. That's new. Daikin hasn't had many backlit remotes. So one thing with mini splits, things take time. But here, it's actually moving a little heat. And if you can see the blower wheel moving there, it's working.
It's twerking.
It's twerking, it's working, it's on. Very quiet. Yep. Get all cleaned up, do our paperwork, and we'll call it a day.